All right, we're back. I painted my edges in real quick with the avocado color. And I want to get this shadow in on the back avocado. So I was saying that the shadow, it's going to be cool. And the shadow is whatever the background is. So in this case, my shadow on the avocado has to be a darker avocado color. So that's what I'm going to do. I can't really go by this. It's just not realistic. So, because the camera flattened it down and made it just a lot darker than it really is. So, okay, that's not dark enough. Let's get a little bit darker. And maybe we'll, a little nervous about adding. I added the tiniest bit of alizarin, and I'm going to add a little bit more blue. Or, yeah, I guess really I'm going to have to use ultramarine blue to really darken this down. That still might not be dark enough. I can use this color to do some of this. I don't want to outline the whole thing with this, but just maybe get hints of it here and there. It's a little dry. So this would actually be not all green. That would be a lighter shade of the yellow, I just realized. So I'm going to let that dry and come back to that. Maybe I'll just hit that with the dryer real quick so I can fix that. So a darker shade of my avocado. So then that's going to be a yellow green, but a darker yellow green. And so I have to use my darker yellow, which is my yellow orange. That's much better. So actually it would be similar to that color. We'll let that sit. Think about that a little bit. All right. I mean, it is reading as a shadow. I think it's a little I think the edge is a little too hard. That's probably what the problem is, but there's a lot more yet to do, so I don't think it's going to stand out as much. All right, so I definitely want to get more something fun going on this guy. Oh, that was way too yellow. And I really do love this as an accent. I think I'm just going to put a hint of it right here. Okay, let's see, it's a little bit darker. So I'm gonna make a, oh, I still have some of this really dark purple. The seed is just kind of dark up there. And then there's a bit of an outline to it. All right, did not mean to make that go out there, but that's okay. That was bugging me. All right, so, and you know, I can see when I look at this that it's like a whitish yellow. So I actually feel like I am ready to start putting that whitish yellow in there now. And there is a difference between yellow-orange with white and just yellow, that bright yellow. So I'm gonna try my yellow-orange with white. It is a very warm color. And I'm going to get some of that in here. Yeah, I like that. Here I'm using it just a little bit darker than I think. I'm taking some artistic license here. Trying to limit my brush strokes. Don't forget to squint at your photo. Yeah, that's reading a lot more as a shadow now. I'm going to make this just a little bit lighter right here by where that shadow is. Okay. It's very light right here on this side of the seed. So there's like a really nice bit of contrast right there. It's almost like that's the focal point, really. So yeah, it's looking a lot better with this second coat of color on there. And now I'm going to start getting it a little bit, maybe a little bit more greenish. In general, this one is just a little bit more muted compared to this one, I'm noticing. So I'm trying to keep that. All right, I think I'm ready to put my yellow greens in. So again, that's going to be this yellow orange with white. I'm finding that this is a better color to use. and with a tiny bit of green. And I mean, that green really wants to take over, so be really careful. So you might want to make yourself a couple of different shades of this color. So we'll start with this one, see what, okay, that looks too minty. So the way it looks on the plate, you know, is not what matters. It's how it looks when you get it on your painting. That is not, wow, it's really not warm enough. Which part of that is because that phthalo is so cool. So I might actually have to use just a bit of ultramarine blue in here, because that is a warm blue. Yeah, I think that helped. Over here it's kind of whitish. I think it's a highlight. So look for the subtle nuances of how the color changes. And then, you know, you might have to wipe some of a previous color out of your brush. Like I want to get this deeper avocado. I want to get that in here. And that had too much coolness and white in it, so I'm adding a lot more yellow orange, and I'm going to try just my phthalo blue with this. Much warmer, so you can see the difference. Much warmer and darker, which I needed. This might work really well over here too, yep. Oh my, the guy is mowing the lawn. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I might even put a hint of this right here. Yep. All right. So over here it's a little bit lighter on this side of it, and actually it's a little more limey, so I'm going to use some cad yellow light, and that'll give me just a tiny bit of a color shift, because this is going to be a cooler yellow. So that's a nice little trick. Shift to a slightly cooler yellow. So can you see the difference? I just painted that cooler yellow right there. I don't think I want to use any of this cool yellow on this one. Oh, maybe right here. So my pattern is going to bring the eye in this way, the eye goes this way, and I want to be able to bring the eye back in. So I think that's going to help, having that little, oh, I actually see it right here too. It's almost like right here. Yep. Yeah, it goes from warm yellow to cool yellow to green. It is really interesting, isn't it? Don't think I really noticed that till just now. All right, so now I'm really happy with how that's looking. I think all I need to do is outline the avocado, but I'm going to wait until I have the background in. So I want to keep the background simple and graphic and brush strokey. And if I go back in and do brush strokes, I got to be careful that I don't hit my avocados, and because I like how they are. I don't want to ruin them. So I just have to be a little more, I have to slow down and be a little more mindful of what I do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here and point this at the mirror and double check my values. I might also take a photo of it. I want to see if this is dark enough, this shadow. So this would be a really good point for you to evaluate your painting also. Check your values, maybe turn it upside down, look at it compared to your photo, or else hold it up to a mirror, or you can also take a photo of it and turn it black and white and see if you've got a good range of values. You want to simplify your values, have 3 main values: light, middle, and dark. All right, see you back in just a minute.